All right, hopefully that's working now. Let me know if you guys can see me and hear me. My webcam was freaking out. Had to switch it to a different input. It's telling me my resolution is wrong now. But oh well, hopefully that's working. Hopefully you guys can hear me and see me. How is everybody doing? I see there's a few viewers in here already. Feel free to type something in that chat box so I know you're here. All right, Michael says, looks good. Hey Ben, hear you loud and clear. What's up, Eric? What's up, guys? Let me adjust this thing. Oh, it's all the way up. Yeah, not sure what happened there. I tried to set it on. What's up, Jesse? I tried to set it on 1080, but it was like freaking out. So, not sure what the problem is. What's up, Brigham? Come to Utah. I'd love to come to Utah. I just sold my Jeep though, not too long ago. I know they got some serious Jeep trails going out there. What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? Just got some awesome news from YouTube. Just the best news I've heard all week. That they're taking away my verified badge. Apparently, what's up, Ed? Grizzly Taco, what's up, Lloyd? They are taking away the verified badge from users like myself. They're giving it and keeping it on the huge channels, and unfortunately they have raised the credentials and they think they can just yank that thing away. I wish they would just you know, okay, you can raise the credentials, but people that already have the verified badge should be able to keep the verified badge. What's up, Kathy? How you doing? Right across the pond in Wisconsin. What part of Wisconsin? Near the lake? Yeah, it keeps telling me my 720 isn't optimal, but I'm not going to change it at this point. We'll leave it as it is. Welcome, everybody. What's up, John? So we're just going to go over Green Bay, all right. We're going to go over maybe some question and answers. I usually just answer questions for about an hour. Just have a little chit-chat. I wanted to have it out by the fire. I want to have a fireside chat. It's probably going to have to be earlier in the day, though, because it's dark by 8 p.m., you know, especially this time of year. What's going on, Steve? Yeah, the platform, as I talked about last live stream, they don't recommend my videos at all. I mean, you pretty much have to be music or entertainment or just a huge vlogger, a kids channel. Those are pretty much the channels that get the recommendations. Now you have like the mainstream, like the Ellens and the Oprahs and you know, primetime TV. They're taking slots now because I think what's up, John from Tennessee? What's up, Rachel from Hawaii? That's awesome. David from Canada. They are starting to take the top slots in the trending. So I mean, you know, if I look at my analytics, I don't get any recommended, you know, traffic. It's so low. My traffic being reviews comes pretty much 100% from Google search. So, you know, if you Google search a product and I have a video on it, generally it it'll pop up. But, you know, and that's fine. It's working. But, you know, they want to make it fair for everybody, but they certainly tend to, you know, favor the people that just, in my opinion, do the dumb stuff on YouTube. You know, YouTube used to be how-tos. And it used to be reviews, and it used to be a place you could go for information. And I understand the entertainment side of it, but some of this content is just insane, and it just, at least they're starting to scale back the kids stuff a little bit, because the kids stuff is getting out of control. You know, these kids opening $10,000 worth of, you know, LOL dolls or whatever those things are, you know, and that to me, that's not good for kids. So I see I'm lagging over there. Hopefully I'm not on your guys' end. Hopefully it's just on my end. I don't know. We didn't have any issues last time. I hope I don't have to restart. Let me refresh my my browser here because I can't see what's going on. All right, yeah, let me know if you guys can still see me. What's up, Tom from Denmark? Yep, you know, I get a lot of traffic from search. So, you know, if you're searching a product, generally, I do get a lot of traffic from that. So that's cool. Hopefully it didn't just boot a bunch of people. Lagging a bit on your end, yeah. If it does it again, I'll just restart it. I don't know why it Am I back? Let me know if you guys can hear me. You know what? I'm just going to restart. It's early enough in this stream. Let me just restart. I'll be right back, guys. All right, let me know if I'm back now. I see 6 people in there. What's up, Ray? What's up, Lloyd? John, Ronnie? What's up, David? Let me know if you guys can hear me again. I restarted it. What's up, Twitch? What's up, Tom? What's up, Rachel? All right, Jason, Jesse. All right, good. Hopefully that doesn't lag now. I had the same problem when I was streaming gaming for some reason because I use a MacBook and the OBS Studio doesn't like the MacBook at all. So normally I have to, before I had to install Windows on it and kind of dual boot it. Hopefully that'll last for the rest of the chat though. What's up, everybody? Welcome back. As I was saying earlier, question and answers. If you guys get any questions, survival, outdoor related, make sure you just post them in chat. I will do my best to answer them. We're going to look at some new products that I got. What's up, Pro Camp Tech? All right, good, John. Pro Camp Tech, that's the company where, let me show you. They have all the, yep, used to be Production Hanger 51. It actually says that right on this bag. This is one of their older bags. So Production Hanger 51. Actually, it says it on there. Fat rope sticks, but they're the ones that make the fat rope sticks. They're the ones that make the fat wood sticks, wax wood sticks. I don't use any other tinder unless I'm out and I have birch bark or something. But I actually cooked the some more of my salmon that I caught up north a couple weeks back. Cooked that tonight on the pop-up pit. I love that thing, and used some of this tinder to get that going. So good stuff. Okay, Steven, cool. Yeah, I don't know why. For some reason, if I don't restart right before it, it just freaks out. Eton FRX1, the Weather Crank radio. I don't have that anymore. I think I gave it away to somebody. I got offers to review another crank radio. It was like I don't know, it was like some Amazon choice or something like that, and I just passed on it. I don't know, enough other people that can do that stuff, but I do have a Texan weather radio. Doesn't have the crank on it, but you know, the batteries last forever, and it's like a shortwave weather radio. Works really good. You can pick up tons of stuff on these. FM, shortwave, medium wave, long wave. Definitely one of the cooler radios. You can search my channel for Texan. And yeah, the salmon was slamming. She's upstairs putting the kids to bed, so she's probably laying there. Kato radios, that actually might have been the brand that contacted me. I don't know, someone else did it. One of the other survival channels did it. Did a review on it, so I thought I'll just let them do it. But Kato seems to be was it Canadian Prepper? I'm not sure. Somebody did the exact one that they contact. I get about 20 emails from Amazon every day. Most of them are nothing relevant. Today it was like shower radios and women's clothes, and well, that'd be funny though. So somebody said I should just get the women's clothes. I want to have a viral video. The Cobra Microtalks, okay, yep, the two-way radios. I still have the. I've got so many drawers in this. So many drawers in this desk here. I still have the Midland radios. For two-way radios, I really like those. And then I have the back in the corner there. I have the Wokesen for the for the ham radio, which I guess the FCC shut that down, so you can't get the Baofungs anymore, I guess. Yeah, women's clothes. What about BattleBox? I gave up BattleBox a long time ago. It just wasn't enough value in it for me. I didn't think. There's still channels getting that free box every month and making videos about it, but I'd rather stick to cooler stuff. Those of you that are just joining, you have any questions or anything, like, make sure you talk, or make sure you type it in the chat box. If you guys want to donate to the channel, I was saying earlier about how YouTube's taken my verified badge away. Apparently they're going through and they raised the criteria, so only the real big channels are going to get the verified badge from now on, which is stupid. I mean, if you gave it to me, you know, you want me to send my play button back to YouTube, so I'd be happy to ship that back to you. But anyway, if you guys want to donate to the channel, there's a money sign down there. You click that, and you can do a super chat down there, which is kind of cool. Current EDC now or days? Well, it's the same as last week. Well, sort of the same as last week. Skeletal CX. Love this thing. I'm actually going to be getting some new knives that we'll probably unbox next week. Actually, let's see. Next week, I probably will have a Thursday chat, but I'm actually going to be on with Cliff from the Urban Prepper. He invited me to do a live stream with him next Friday. So if everything stays the same, I should be on a live chat with him. I saw him at SHOT Show. Really cool dude, super tall dude. But yeah, the Leatherman Skeletal CX, I like it because it has the 154 cm blade versus the standard Skeletal. I like it because it's lightweight, a lot lighter weight than some of the other Leathermans, but it's still a full-size tool, so you still get, you know, a pretty decent, not the biggest plier head that you get with some of the others, but you know, it's not like the Juice series where it's tiny, you know. So it's, you know, kind of middle of the road. I really like it. Really, you know, carries well in the pocket. And then the Claris E1, which I just did a video on, I believe that went live this morning. So if you guys haven't checked that out, check that out. Claris E1 is a sweet light. It's an 18650 light. You can see how small it is. And then, you know, it's got this super deep carry pocket clip, so it just disappears in your pocket. It's the first 18650 that I would even think about, you know, pocket carrying. But, you know, you can really, it's really pocketable. It's really smooth, so it doesn't have any, like, jagged edges. Like some of the other ones, they get bigger around, you know, the button, or they get bigger around the tail cap. This one's just nice and smooth. Real similar to the Olight S2R Baton 2, which I don't have. I wanted to compare it. Yeah, paddle. Some more fishing videos. Carter, yep. Are you subscribed to my second channel, Living Survival 2? That's where I do the fishing videos. I actually was out today fishing. Started to make a video, but I actually went out to do a catch and cook, a panfish catch and cook, and I was at a new lake. And with my old kayak, I sold my old fish finder. So I don't have a fish finder. So the really frustrating thing about that is not knowing my depths and my cutoffs and my flats and deep areas and stuff like that. So yeah, only if they're paying for shipping, right? So yeah, if you subscribe to Living Survival 2, it's just youtube.com/Living Survival 2. There'll be more fishing videos on there. One of the guys I fish with just got, I think he's pro staff with Vibe now, which is kind of cool. And Old Town's been hooking me up with kayaks, so definitely got into that a lot more this year. Robert, love your channel. Been watching since you started. Wow, that's a long time. Don't forget the paddle for sure. Yep, I know, Eric. I got more home stuff coming. I do have to do an update. It's been so long, I have to go back and see where I left off. Anything from the 2020 line of Hobies? Nope. I sold my Hobie. Sold my Hobie, and not just because I got the PDL from the Topwater 120 PDL from Old Town. It's a better boat, in my opinion. I don't know why everybody thinks I'm crazy for saying that, but I like it better than the Hobie Outback. What's up, Uptrail 71? How's it going, man? He's a Michigander. Mr. Madman, what's up? Glad you guys could all join in. If you have a question, make sure you type it down in chat. Keep the conversation going. Try to get these chats bigger and bigger every time. And also want to show you guys, you know, I get new stuff every week. So I should have gotten a lot more this week than I did. I only have one box back here this week, but I can show you guys what I got. Yep, I know the Suits channel. What about the Suits channel? Dangerous grounds for YouTube to be sort of a he's not borderline. He has a big channel, but not as big as like Demolition Ranch or Hickok, which, you know, they're not gonna take those channels away, I don't think. But the smaller gun channels, I wouldn't put guns on my channel. That's why I don't put guns on my channel. Collabs or weekend gear testing with Chris. I ask him all the time to go. Let's just go for a overnighter or something, because those are fun. I did smoke when I was younger, yep. And then vaped for a little while, and when I vaped, though, I did 0% nicotine, so I was pretty much done with the cigarettes at that point. It's been a while. Yeah, I'd like to get out there with Chris and Will. You know, we had a good time every time we got out. But hopefully I can do some collabs. I know, like, Urban Prepper, you know, he's on the other side of the country, and Canadian Prepper, he's in Canada, but he's on the other side of the country in Canada. There's a few channels I watch that are in Michigan. I've actually, you know, camped and hooked up with a bunch of those guys. And yeah, Chris is actually who I started watching when I first got into YouTube, or not when I first started doing the gear reviews and stuff. His like bag of blade videos and stuff like that, the big bag of blades. You know, he was actually one of those guys that I kind of looked up to, and I was like, wow, man, he's got, you know, a big channel and everything. And I don't know, that I met him, and we just kind of been talking ever since. Thanks, Carter, for the sub to LS2. What's up, Space Ghost from San Diego? I was born in San Francisco, so. Although I like California, I like to visit, I wouldn't want to live there. What's up, MK? Hopefully I didn't miss anybody in the chat there. If I did, just say your name, and I'll give you a shout out. Let's see, what else has happened this week? Like I mentioned, I cooked some of that salmon tonight on the pop-up pit. I got to go up north. My neighbor's actually up north right now, salmon fishing, so I'll have to see if I can get, if Kristen's going to take the kids to her mom's this weekend, I probably will go up for a day and get some more salmon, because it's just so good. What's up, Prep for It? Prep for It? How's it going, man? Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Ice fishing on the other channel. I can't wait. Yep. Definitely going to do some ice fishing. It was my long time goal for the past probably 5 or 6 years to get into kayak fishing. I used to have a bass boat. I used to have a Triton bass boat. When I had my other job, I had a lot more money than YouTube, so I had a big boat. But then it just got too it's just too much work to have a boat like that unless you're professionally fishing, in my opinion, or you just have a ton of time. Then I downsized to an aluminum boat, like a 12-foot aluminum boat, which I loved that thing because it was just so easy to put in and out of the water. Then I moved to an apartment where I couldn't have a boat, and then so while I was in the apartment and when we transitioned into the house we're in now, Kristen and I, 3 years ago or something now, I've been wanting to get a kayak and wanting to get out there and kayak fish. So that's kind of what I did this year. I've had 3 different kayaks this year. I had the Feel Free lure 11.5 on a recommendation of a pretty big fisherman that lives here in town. Got the pedal drive and everything, just didn't like it. The pedal drive was cumbersome, and the whole thing was just didn't like it. Got the Hobie Mirage Outback 2019, loved that boat. It probably is better in a lot of ways than the Topwater 120 PDL that I have now, but I actually sold the Hobie and have the Topwater 120 PDL, and I love that boat. Love it. It's just borderline heavy enough that I can car top it. I used to have a trailer, but I car top now, and I actually find that easier because I don't have to have the trailer, and it's just a lot less for me to deal with. But it's still a heavy kayak, and it's got the pedal drive. But you can just, like today, where I went today, I went through 2 different culverts to get to a lake that you can't get to by boat. So, you can get to places where boats can't go, and that's the advantage of kayak fishing. So definitely going to do some more kayak videos, and definitely going to do some ice fishing. Last year, I kind of got back into ice fishing for the first time, bought a whole bunch of gear. I actually just sold my otter shelter. It was a hub shelter because this year I just want a one-man flip because I just want to be able to move holes, and that thing, the hubs are just too hard to move. So durability is awesome on the pop-up pit. I had it outside for quite a while. It rained several times, and actually when it rains it cleans it, which is awesome. It doesn't rust or anything. It looked better after it rained. Had it in the garage and then just popped it out again tonight, and so fired right up, and it's still hot outside out back. Did the salmon on it tonight. Love it. It's an awesome piece of kit. What's up, Philippines from the Philippines? Philippine preppers, what's going on? Thanks for joining. Have I been to Gatlinburg, Tennessee? Nope, I've been to Nashville, and that's it. Yeah, the kayak fishing is awesome, and I'm in a group here where I live, Oakland County, Michigan, and there's hundreds of lakes. I mean, there's lakes in every single direction. There's no way I could probably fish all the lakes. It would take me several years. So I'm sort of trying to poke around and fish all these different lakes. And whoa! That did not just happen. Pro Camp Tech with a $200 donation. Wow. Thank you, sir. They are awesome to me. They send me boxes, and this is nothing right here. I mean, this thing was chock full. Every time I run out, they send more. So if you guys, you've seen it on my channel. You've seen me use it, the fat rope sticks and everything. It's awesome tinder. I have it in every kit that I have. These things are indispensable. These right here, they make some great products. So definitely check them out, and thank you so much. That's awesome. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you can click that little money symbol down there and throw a donation. That's crazy. Certainly appreciate it. Do I watch any of the YouTube channels from the participants of the show alone? Follow Jordan Jones. The first season, like I know Joe Robinet, I know Wayne Callcraven. I know a lot of them. I've met a lot of them. You know, I've met them at SHOT Show and I've met them at Blade Show. Tracy Wilson, though, unfortunately passed away. I don't know if you guys know. I think she was on season 2. Larry Roberts. I know Larry Roberts. But yeah, Tracy passed away. I got that news today. So that's unfortunate for sure. I think she was on the 2nd season. Yeah, I just did a big giveaway not too long ago with the Pro Camp Tech stuff. Gave away a huge box of a fire starter. So I'm sure we can do a donation in the future. They're always up for donations. So, or I'm sorry, giveaways. Yeah, and the little fat rope sticks, they last forever. I mean, forever. You can get hundreds of fires out of these because you only need one little bit. I mean, especially if you know what you're doing as far as fire goes. You know, you get a bundle of, you know, pine needles or something, or a bundle of just tiny little sticks, and then you get, you know, the bigger sticks and the bigger sticks. You only need a little bit of this. I mean, the only time you would use more than a little bit of this is if, you know, maybe your wood was marginal, or if you just, you know, you're not that great at building fires. I think one time I did put a full waxwood stick, I think, in a fire once, because everything was just super wet. But I mean, it did the trick. So yeah, I think it was on my Instagram. I wanted to grow my Instagram, which is Instagram/Living Survival YouTube. And I'm trying to get it to 5,000. It was at like 4,100, and I think it got up to like 4,600. And I think that was the giveaway. Favorite brand of fixed blade knife within reason, money wise, under 60ish. Mora, you know, like a bushcraft or a companion. I showed them last week. Like, this is the standard Mora companion, stainless steel, awesome camp knife. It's not going to rust on you. Good for food prep. And then they came out with their companion Spark, which is basically the same exact knife. It just has a fire steel in it. So I mean, these are no-brainers. I mean, you can baton with these. The Gerber Strong Arm, I like that a lot. The Gerber, what is it, like I'm not sure what the other Gerber one is that I have on my Get Home bag. I want to say LMF, but I don't think that's it. Yeah, 4,600. Yep. Participants. Yep. Got that. Yeah, I'm not sure what is it the LMF? I'm not sure. That's the one I have on. I've had it for like ever since I designed my Get Home bag in the car. I've had that one attached to it because it just works so well with the Maxpedition bag that I have. Favorite fishing lures or types to use from a kayak. So another thing I did this year is I sold all my rods and reels because I just had mixed matched everything. I had some blues, I had some Abu Garcia, I had some ugly sticks, I had Quantums, I had just everything, Shakespeare. And so I basically bundled all that and I sold it to a guy here in town. And this year I upgraded all my rods to St. Croix Bass X rods, and all my reels to the Shimano SLX reels. So I basically have four or five different setups. One I use for crankbaits, so I use like square bills and lipless crankbaits on that one. Then I have another rod for like wacky worm, Texas rig, creature bait, things like that. Then I have another one for a really heavy one for punching and flipping. Um, then I have a spin cast setup or a spinning reel setup that is my Ned rig, so that's more of a finesse. And then I have a salmon rod that I got this year to go salmon fishing, really long salmon rod. I have a Fluger reel with that one, and then I have I'm gonna get a walleye rod as well because I just kind of got into the walleye this year, but the Detroit River is awesome for walleye, so I tried to do it on the Feel Free kayak last year and didn't, the river, I couldn't keep up with the current, so I was freaked out and I had to like pedal as hard as I possibly could for like half an hour just to get back to where we launched. So that sucked, and the people that were on the Old Town PDL that I have now and the Hobie Pro Anglers, they were able to keep up with that current no problem. So, when you're jigging, you want to stay in the same spot. So hopefully next year I'm gonna get a walleye rod, and then I'll jig from the kayak. But favorite lures, I mean the square bills, the KVD square bills, I use those a lot. The lipless crankbaits, this year I've been doing the Ned rig a lot with the Z-Man TRD finesse worms, and then yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing a lot of this year. A push dagger and a Smith & Wesson tactical pen. I don't. Let me go grab what I do have, what's similar to that. Hang on a second. All right, so this is my all-time favorite pen. I had the Gerber pen for a while, but that pen is like super heavy. I had what was the brand? I actually did a video on 5 different pens that I had. A tactical, you can look at my channel and type in like tactical pen, it'll probably come up. But this is the Phoenix T5. It's super lightweight. I use it for all my note taking for my videos. You basically just unscrew it. It's got a little punch on this side, but awesome pen. Really lightweight, so that's what I use for a pen. And then for like a defensive knife, just the K-bar. I don't even remember what the model, the TDI, I think. So this is something that you'd wear on your hip, and then if someone tried to grab your wear it like that, you could wear it cross draw, so you can just grab it real quick, or people grab it reverse. But yeah, this is a cool knife. Not a push dagger, but sort of would do the same thing, same logic behind why you'd carry one, I guess. Should do a fly setup on a spinning rod. Yeah, no, salmon fishing I did use flies so I got like a 9.5 foot rod, or it's like almost a 10-foot rod with a spinning reel, just a cheap spinning reel on it, and we did use flies. We used flies and beads. I can type. Let me type those in here. So let's see. Actually, you know what? If you go to any of my videos, MK, if you click show more in the description, all the links to all my social media is there. So my Facebook is there, my Instagram's there, my Twitter's there. I don't do the Twitter a whole lot, but Instagram, I post maybe a picture a week. I know I should post like once or twice a day. That's really how you have to keep up with Instagram. But paddleboarding, I've only done it like once or twice. But no, I'd rather kayak fish. Make sure you guys click that thumbs up button on this on this video as well. Yeah, the about page has it too. I think the about page has the same thing as my description has. Come up in your area to the UP for backpacking trip. Yeah, definitely. I didn't get to go with Daryl this year on his Manistee trip. I was all set and ready to go, and then since I had twins 18 months ago, it just sometimes it just doesn't work out. So definitely though, that'd be sweet. I do want to get up into the UP. It's been a while since I've been up there. No, I don't have a military background. I just been an outdoorsman pretty much my whole life. Went to camp as a kid, and it was a camp where you shot guns and caught frogs and bow and arrow and stuff like they used to do at camp, which they do not do anymore. But that's sort of the background. And then I've hunted and fished. I'm in Michigan, so I've hunted and fished. Fished more than I've hunted pretty much my whole life, and camped a ton. So when I started this channel, I'm not sure how long ago it was now, but that's when I started getting into the survival stuff, like when the Bear Grylls and the Survivor Man and those type shows started coming on. That's when I started to get into like the survival thing, and then hit it hard for a while. Did the bushcraft thing, carved some spoons, learned a whole lot about fire, learned a whole lot about self-reliance type things. But once you get the basics down, I think it kind of goes into fantasy from there. Bushcraft as a hobby is really good, but in my opinion, that's what it is a hobby. I think if shit were to hit the fan, that it's survival fantasy to run to the woods. I mean, having the hunting and fishing skills obviously is super important, but having survival skills in general is important. I think knowing how to jump start a car, knowing how to change a tire, knowing how to siphon gas, knowing how to find water, how to filter water, knowing how to process an animal, knowing how to just basically how to be a MacGyver. That's really, I think, the most important if things were to go sideways. Definitely those skills help though, and so that's sort of my background. I don't know, I'm just sort of just have a little bit of everything. Yeah, what's up, ACS? Winter camping, definitely. Those are cool videos to make too. Those are fun. Definitely do some winter camping this year as well. Fall and winter are my favorite times of year, so we're starting to get into my favorite times of year, and I'm actually outdoors a lot more this time of year than in the summer, because when it's super hot out, you don't want to do anything, and the bugs are bad, and it's humid. But it's starting to cool off now. Like today was absolutely a perfect day. Light breeze, sunny, cooler in the evening. The bugs go away. So definitely, gardening and farming is key. Yep, I'm gonna start. I used to have a huge garden at where I used to live, and so I've been wanting to do that here. I just haven't had the time. But we've got like the best soil here. Anytime I dig, there's just tons of worms everywhere, and the soil's really rich, and our weeds grow really well. So I know that a garden will grow really well, and I do it all organically. That's actually how I started on YouTube. I had a gardening channel. And I did, organic gardening. Some of those channels that were doing it at the time are big channels now. Yeah, the outdoor videos are definitely cool. They do grow anywhere where there's water. But yeah, our soil's amazing here, so I can't wait to see how good a garden grows for sure. Thanks again, everybody, for joining. If you want to donate to the channel, you can click that super chat button down at the bottom. It's got a $sign on there. Otherwise, if you have any questions or anything like that, make sure you post it in the comment section there. I've got a few things this week. Orange Gatorade is slamming, by the way. Do I still use my Gorilla water purifier all the time? That's actually an awesome thing to have on a kayak. because the water is generally nice and cool, and you can just dip it right over the side and press it, and you got nice clean water. So yeah, I have their ultralight, but I don't use the ultralight anymore. I just use the what is it, the I don't know what they call it, the Eco Press or something, or Geo Press, the new one. I love it. I use it all the time. So this week, only one box this week. I know I have some more stuff coming. Just didn't get there this week. This box is from Empowered. Probably the product that you know most from them would be these solar inflatable, like the Lucy lights. I actually had a Lucy light, the emergency Lucy light, and it popped on me. And that thing didn't even last the night. So when they wanted to send me some products, I said, no at first, but then I took a look at their website, and it seems like they've really beefed up their product line. So this is their solar inflatable base light. And as I mentioned last stream, Kristen and I are gearing up. We've got packs, and we're getting all sorts of sleep systems and stuff. We're going to do a backpacking trip, so one or more of these products will come with me on that. Looks like you got just a USB cable in there. And then, yeah, it's just one of these inflatable Lucy lanterns. Let's see, it looks like it's got the handle up top. Looks like they really made this material quite a bit thicker. So you've got the little handle up top, you've got the little it's gonna look funny as hell on camera. I don't know why it won't. What you got to do to get some air into this thing? Won't blow up. See, so that's a con right off the bat, right? It's a pain in the ass to blow up. There we go. Yep. Mark that one down as a con. Pain in the ass to blow up. So yeah, if you haven't seen these before, it's a Lucy light. Let's see, we got power. Let's see, we got a battery status there. Got two buttons. Got a battery status. So it looks like it's got full bars there, although I always charge these before I do anything. It's got a solar panel up top. So the cool thing about these is you just hang it from like your tent or a tree, and during the day it charges, and then at night you've got that light. So my buddy and I both had one of these, and we left it on all night, and both of them didn't make it through the night. I'm not sure what setting he had. Mine only had one brightness, so I'm not sure what setting he had his on, but it looks like this has 3 different brightnesses and then a flash. But what I thought was cool about this is that it also has a USB port. So I believe you can use that to, I'll have to look. I don't know if you can charge. Yep, 300 lumens, lasts up to 50 hours. So that's certainly a couple nights, especially if you can charge it during the day. That's way better. So we'll test that. 4 light modes, built-in USB for mobile charging, base strap, and it's waterproof. So that's cool, waterproof. So you can leave it out all night, hang it to a tree, and you got yourself a nice little base light for camp. So that's cool. Liking it right off the bat, other than not quite as easy to blow up. It's also not. It's got a little bit of weight to it too. I don't have the sun jack. Nope, I gave that away a long time ago. Good stuff though. So yeah, the claim to these is that they kind of just pack up really small. Doesn't take up a whole lot of the room in your pack. So that's cool. What else? We got a task light, emergency light, overhead light. solar portable light, the Lucy Core. What was this one called? This one was called the Solar Inflatable Base Light. This one's called the Lucy Core. So we have a USB cable in there as well. And then you've got the solar charging up top. Power button on the side. So you probably have the same lighting here, low, medium, high, and then probably a flash. Yep. And this is really rugged too. That's really nice. It's not the plasticky material or the vinyl or whatever that is. This is actual, you know, plastic. So I think the claim with this is that you can take this and you can, you know, you can use it on a desk. You can curl that up. Use it on a desk as like a task light. You could hang it. This would be a really good emergency light for like your, it'd be a good camera light, wouldn't it? Hey, hey. How do you like me now? So yeah, am I making noise on here? So yeah, that's actually pretty cool. You can hang it. It's got this nice adjustable, flexible thing here, so you could hang this. You could do work on your car, change a tire, work in your engine compartment. That's cool. And it, again, it's going to charge during the day. So anything that you can charge during the day. Now this one also has a USB port, but it's only a micro USB. So it looks like you can charge this via USB or solar, but this wouldn't output. But that's cool. Again, it's really lightweight. It seems pretty durable. So we'll definitely be giving that a test. Pretty cool. Just wraps up like that. That's a handy item for sure. Let me catch up on some of this chat here. Thanks again, everybody, for joining. How long did it take to do 213 miles? Yeah, wow. 13 days. Still use the Anchor solar panel that folds out. I don't. I gave that away or sold it a long time ago. I have a Goal Zero solar panel, the Nomad 14, I believe. And the reason I like that one better than any other solar panel that I've reviewed, at least in that size, the foldable size, is that one has auto restart. So what that does is if you plug it into your phone, for example, and clouds come over and it stops charging, it's going to auto restart once it gets enough power to continue charging. Plus it's waterproof. So, you know, I can take it on the kayak, I can strap it to the front, and I can charge if I'm going on like a river camp or something. I can charge while I'm, you know, in the kayak. You can leave it out in the rain. You know, if you're away from camp during the day, something like that, you can leave it charging, and if it rains on it, it's fine. And then you basically charge a power bank, and then you have that at night. Oh yeah, I have Anchor power banks all over the house. I don't have any with me. Speaking of solar, I still have this one, the RAV Power, or what is this, the Sun Powered battery pack. Let's see how well it holds a charge. It's got 2 bars. Got a little light in it, so this one's pretty cool. Again, it charges itself. Anything that you can use to charge during the day, that's awesome, because then you can power your devices at night. But yeah, the auto restart on that Goal Zero. Here's a tiny little one. It's an Anchor, but it came from VanQuest. It was like a gift. Okay, MK, see ya. Yeah, the Nomad 14, I believe, is the solar panel that I have from Goal Zero. All right, and the last thing from Lucy, this is the Solar String Light Plus Mobile Charger. So it says it has 4 modes. The unit light itself, string light, low, medium, and high. Now we've looked at some string lights before. Actually, I don't know if I reviewed them or not. The Luminoodle, I think those are called, and those are basically just lights that plug into a USB. 50% charge in 2 to 3 hours via USB port. Charges in 16 hours direct sunlight. So basically what this is this is a solar charging battery bank with some string lights on it, looks like. So yeah, it's got the typical Lucy, solar panel up top, and these are rugged. These are durable. It's got a nice case to it. Let's see, it's got three dots there. So let's see, it's got a unit light, and then we got a. Okay, that's cool. Kind of just springs in there. So you can. Let me make sure this thing is off. Yeah, so it stores like that, which is pretty cool. You could leave this just sitting upright. I wonder if it's waterproof. Splash resistant, IPX4 rating. Well, that's a con. It should be waterproof, so you can leave it out like on a picnic table at camp. But I guess if it's raining out, you're not going to get any sun anyway. I'm just looking at this other one. Yeah, this other one's water resistant too. So the only one that's waterproof is this Lucy lantern light. So this is the one that you could leave up at camp all the time. And then, yeah, waterproof. And then these two, you'd have to be a little bit more careful around water. But same thing, you charge it during the day, and then at night, looks like it just wraps up in here. Now on this end, it does have a USB cable, so that's probably how you charge. Nope, it's got one here too. Maybe you can string a few of these together. I'll have to read more about that, but let's see. Yep, you can make anything waterproof with a Ziploc, although I don't know if that would cut down on the solar aspect of it. Alright, so we've got those out. Let's see, let's click this thing. Got the base light. Oh yeah, cool. So it's basically just like these little rope lights. Now these are similar, like I said, to the Luminoodle, and I've used those at camp before. I mean, it may seem silly, but especially if you have kids, they love this stuff. And anytime you can make kids more comfortable at camp, it's more time you get to do fun stuff. Oh, so it's pretty long. Looks pretty dang long. So it looks like it's got two different or three different levels. Let's see, low, medium, yep, and high. Should I have a flash? No flash. So that's pretty cool. Looks like you can put this, let's see, will this cable, yeah, you can close it. It's got a little slot for the cable there. And then it's got a little thing to hang it. Pretty cool. I'd take that one car camping probably. Wouldn't take that one backpacking or hiking camping, but I would certainly take one of these. Probably this one, just because I always have a headlamp. And this one you can charge a device with. So, you have backup here. I always have a battery bank anyway, but with something like this, you'd have backup. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, some new stuff from Lucy. Looked pretty cool. Oh, you like the Benchmade glass? Yeah. The Goal Zero Yetis, yep, those are nice. Glow sticks, yep, I got lots of candles. I have a box full of candles, so those are good if the power goes out. I do have chem lights in my car bag. Yeah, I could do it. That's a good idea. I'll have to go back and watch that one and see, compare to how it's changed now. In a house, it's I think it's probably a little more different than an apartment, because an apartment, you sort of have to be ready to leave, whereas in a house, my philosophy is you would want to bug in. Really, any time that you'd have to leave your house would be, a flood, a hurricane, a volcano, an earthquake, a fire, some sort of civil unrest, or some sort of hazmat situation, a gas leak, some kind of chemical spill. So, those are less likely to happen or less likely to affect you, I think, in a, maybe not, but to me, I think they're less likely to happen in a home. Whereas an apartment, anything can happen. You know, your neighbor can leave a candle burning and burn down the whole apartment. Um, Apartments are more prone to flooding. You know, neighbor upstairs can leave the bathtub on. So to me, it was more important to have a more portable kit ready to go in the apartment. Of course, you know, have your food preps and everything. Have water. Um, have a way to filter water. You know, you can fill a bathtub up if you're scared of, you know, that water's going to run out. Whereas here I have two wells. So even if the city water goes out or something happens with it, I have my own wells. So I'm not too concerned. You know, again, in the apartment, it was more of a mobile thought process. Here, it's more of a storage process. So, you know, I have gallon jugs of water. We have, you know, cans of food, things with the long shelf life. So, but that would be cool to, you know, to do an update on that for sure. Get one of the GE Camp lanterns from Costco, $20, runs off 4 to 8 will last a week straight on low. Yeah, I've got flashlights galore, batteries galore. That's one thing that I probably I'm never going to have a problem with is enough light. Flooding is crazy. Yeah, even here the flooding was crazy in the Detroit area. It's still, the water like on Lake St. Clair is still really high. It's all the way up to the top of the seawalls. And when I fish out there, there's a lot of homes on the actual river or St. Clair River or on the lake itself that have sandbagged because it's that high. And we just keep getting the rain, so that kind of sucks. So it looks like it's about 9 o'clock. You guys have any other questions? I know we started a little bit late. 15 flashlights in your car plus 3 UEC. Yeah, you have more than me. Yeah, I have just one light on my keychain, and then one in the car on my get home bag, and then, you know, usually about 50% of the time I EDC one. Yeah, definitely Twitch. Hopefully I'm shooting for every Thursday, so next weekend, Friday, as I mentioned, I'll probably be on Urban Prepper's channel. I think he's going to try to do a live stream. So that would, you know, be cool. Yeah, I've got lanterns. We have like 2 magnetic flashlights on the fridge. We have one upstairs for letting the dog out and just for, you know, just for if you need a quick flashlight. I generally have 1 or 2 next to the bed. So yeah, they're everywhere. And then I have, you know, all the camping lanterns, and look, I've got 3 more lights that just came today. So that's pretty cool. I appreciate everybody for stopping by. Make sure you click that thumbs up button if you haven't done so already and like this video. It will be saved so that if you missed a portion of it and you want to go back and watch, that's cool. If you want to donate, you can click that super chat button below. I know it puts it up above for those of you that donate. YouTube is going crazy, and I don't want to have to do a Patreon. I'm not going to do a Patreon. But hopefully YouTube gets their act together. As I mentioned in the beginning of the chat, they're taking away my verified badge, which I don't know why they would do that. If they verified you in the first place, they should continue to honor that, but apparently they've upped the credentials for that. Of course, they're not transparent enough to say what the credentials are. They just say you have to be a public figure or a celebrity or something like that. So again, they're just taking sides and giving everything to the people that just do stupid stuff on YouTube, the entertainment channels, I guess. But thankfully, I've got sponsors, and you know, get a lot of cool gear, and have you guys too. So appreciate the support for sure. Hope everybody has a really good weekend. What are you guys doing this weekend? Anything fun? Me, I'm going to, depending on where my kids are, I may go up north, go salmon fishing again. Try to put some more salmon in the freezer. Talking about preps. You know, I always try to get a deer or 2 in the freezer and try to get some fish in the freezer. It goes a long way towards not having to buy that stuff. And then of course it's fresh. You know, the salmon that I got from up north that again I made tonight, it's just amazing. Just amazing stuff. So blessed to live in a state that is surrounded by so much water. Definitely. Yep. You got to have a good audience for sure, and that's that's a lot. That's what my sponsors appreciate too. I've never been a member of any affiliate network. I've never paid for views. I've never paid for subscribers, like a lot of channels have, or they've been on a part of a network. And basically, when you're on a network, a multi-channel network, they group a whole bunch of channels in together, and then they basically advertise that on their websites, and basically, so you're getting views from like everywhere. And I do take a lot of pride and say that my audience is 100% organic. They came to my channel to watch a video. They subscribed. Every like that you see is authentic. So I may not get the views as the huge channels, and I don't certainly get the views up front as the entertainment channels or the doom and gloom channels like Canadian Prepper. That doom and gloom stuff goes a long way. But I do get views on the back end because, as I mentioned earlier, my number one source of traffic is Google search. So my videos are posted indefinitely. So anything that I review now is going to be posted in 3 years, and you never know when somebody might be looking up a product. I still get thousands of comments on videos I did years and years ago. Someone just wanted to see a video on something. Maybe they're buying it secondhand or something. So that's kind of the way it goes with reviews. It's a grind, but I love what I do, and I love that I'm able to do things like this and communicate with my audience. I like the live stream setup here. I didn't know if I was going to like it. I did it a while ago when it was like called Hangouts or whatever, and it just wasn't easy. It wasn't set up good, but I feel like this is set up a little bit better. Yeah, I could certainly do some live streams. I know Cliff, the Urban Prepper, the way he has it set up is that I believe we're gonna Skype, and then I think he maybe just splits the screen. That's one of the cool things with YouTube now is that it splits the screen, or you use OBS, which is a broadcasting software. So basically, you can do a lot of cool things in OBS, like have a green screen, or you can you can have different inputs, and you can have different cameras and things like that. So one of the things that you can do is you can put your desktop on the screen. So I think that's what he's going to do. He's going to have like a Skype window as part of it. But I could probably figure that out too, and then that would allow me to have guests on here too, because that would be kind of cool. Any other questions, guys? Make sure to type them down there. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at that. Take another sip of my slamming orange Gatorade. Friday tomorrow, payday for a lot of people. Do I like Iron and Captain America? I don't get too much into the superhero thing. I mean, I like the movies, but I was more of a G.I. Joe, G.I. Joe kid rather than the Marvel stuff and the Superman stuff, Spider-Man. Any day you get paid is a good day. So, all right, I'll leave it at that. Appreciate everyone for joining in. Thanks a lot for stopping by. Hopefully, I'm going to be able to do this every Thursday. I moved it back an hour this time to 8 Eastern, so I don't know if that works better or worse for people, but last week I did it at 7 Eastern, and that seemed to be a little early for people on the West Coast. So 8 o'clock hopefully works a little bit better. This will be saved to my channel, so if you missed a portion and want to go back, you can definitely do that. Make sure you click that thumbs up button, and I'll see you guys on the next video.